I want to tell over what happened on Shmini Atzeres Simchas Torah Tov Shin Chof Tes, which is 1968. The Seder was that Rebbe davened Shmini Atzeres Mincha at whatever time he davened Mincha. Then they would announce what time will be Ma'ariv. Usually Ma'ariv was 7 o'clock. And then after that, there was a time in between. And then to 8 o'clock, there was the Farbrengen. Because every year, before HaKofes, on Simchas Torah, the night of Simchas Torah, there was a Farbrengen. So at that time also, the Rebbe davened Mincha. After Mincha, they announced that Ma'ariv will be 7 o'clock and the Farbrengen would be at 8 o'clock. After Mincha, people left to different shuls to go with Misamei Chiden as the Rebbe wanted. I also went with a group to a certain shul, but it was a closed shul. I made sure to go to a closed shul, so I should be able to be back for the Farbrengen. Since I had to be part of Chazoras, I made sure to be back for 8 o'clock for the Farbrengen. I got back around 10 to 8, and walk in, I see the Rebbe didn't even daven Ma'ariv yet. Ma'ariv was supposed to be 7 o'clock. The Rebbe didn't daven Ma'ariv yet. And they told us that what happened, that the Rebbetzin, Nechama Dina, the Friedrich Rebbetzin, did not feel good that afternoon around 5:40 or 5:30, something like that. Didn't feel good. She couldn't breathe. It looked like she had a heart attack. The Rebbe happened to be in the sukkah, and they came to notify the Rebbe in the sukkah. And the Rebbe said they should get doctors. They brought the doctors, and the doctors came, and the Rebbe himself went up. When I came to 770, the Rebbe was still upstairs on the second floor. And they were saying, the Rebbe is there, the doctors are taking care of the Rebbetzin, but the Rebbe is there, and the way they said then, obviously I didn't see it, I wasn't upstairs, that the Rebbe is not in the room where she is. The Rebbe is standing on the outside and was standing there the whole time. And the Rebbe stood there till about 8:10. That's when they took her down with a wheelchair, they took her to the ambulance, and they took her to the hospital. And right after that, the Rebbe went into Dav Ma'ariv. So the Rebbe Dav Ma'ariv about 8:10. So I remember standing there, not expecting to be by Ma'ariv, because I knew Ma'ariv would be 7. I only came back for the Farbrengen and the Pale. I was there by Ma'ariv. The Rebbe came into Ma'ariv, and the Rebbe made v'samachtem chagecha, made with his hand a lot right before Ma'ariv, very happy with Zingen. And then after Ma'ariv, which was already about 8:30, I don't remember, the Rebbe gave over to Rabbi Chadukov that there's going to be the Farbrengen right away. Instead of being 8 o'clock, it came out to be around 8:30, Be'erech, I don't know exactly, and that's when the Farbrengen started. And by the Farbrengen Gufa, the Rebbe was pretty freilach. But this was a special situation that the Rebbe stayed upstairs while they were taking care of his mother-in-law, but the Rebbe did not go into the room, that's what they said, and then right after that, he came down to Dav Ma'ariv. I heard not long ago something that I didn't hear then, but I heard now also not from Klei Rishon, so I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying over because it's interesting. They say that one of the Mishamshim, one of the ones that were working upstairs by the Alter Rebbetzin, and he came down to tell the Rebbe, so he said to the Rebbe like this, that's what the story goes, and I don't know for sure, that he said to the Rebbe that the Rebbetzin had had a heart attack. So the Rebbe looked at him and he said, Mein Frui? In other words, he didn't say which Rebbetzin. So he said, Nein. The Alter Rebbetzin, or he said the Shviger, I don't know exactly what he said. So the Rebbe said, Rufen Dr. Ness, he was one of the doctors that always used to be in 770. So the person who was talking to the Rebbe started running. So the Rebbe said, Wo lebst du? Du weißt wo lebt? Where are you running? You know where he's living? So he said, yeah, at Brooklyn Avenue. So they started going. The Rebbe said, Wo lebst du? Du weißt am Adress? And he looked at the Rebbe, and the Rebbe said, the address is 255. So he started running away. So the Rebbe calls him back and he said, Du was gedenken? How are you going to remember the address? So I want to give you a remes. It's Simchas Torah, so the word Rino, which means happiness, is Reish Nun Hey 255. So if you have that, you'll remember that. And he ran and he got the doctor to come, and then the doctors took care. But the main thing I'm trying to say that was then when the Farbrengen changed a little bit the schedule because of what happened to the Rebbetzin. And I think she only stayed there for a short while. I don't know how long. I don't remember how long she was in the hospital. Not so long. And they brought her back.